Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Thanksgiving Eve and I am just sitting down to paint my nails for tomorrow, and I figured I'd pop the camera on and film a fun Thanksgiving Day Mani with me video. I was gonna film a Mani with me video later this week, but I had to do my nails for Thanksgiving. I thought it'd be fun to just chat with you as I did my nails. So I'm just gonna talk about a bunch of random things today. So if you're here for like a DIY Mani tutorial, this probably isn't the video for you. This is more just a hangout, grab a coffee or a glass of wine. I actually have a glass of wine, a very big glass of wine, so I don't have to get up to refill it. And it's just going to be a more casual video. So I'm going to do my nails a little different than I normally do. I'm actually really excited about what I have mapped out, and yeah, that's really it. So let's just jump on into it. Let me start just by telling you what I plan to do with my nails so that you know. I'm not going to explain step by step what I'm doing. If you want like a true DIY at-home Mani tutorial, check out some of my other videos. There are plenty. Earlier this week, I went to Sally's, picked up a ton of polishes on super clearance, and I filmed a haul. I didn't put that up yet. That's scheduled to go up on Friday. I might actually bump that video to Monday. So this one, you're going to get a sneak peek at some of the polishes I picked up. I am going to update you really quickly on my post-gel rehab. Almost 2 weeks ago, not last Sunday, but the Sunday before, I did this black manicure. You can tell that it's definitely seen better days. Some of these fingers are just like atrocious. As you know, I have been avoiding all gel. I have been gel-free for almost 3 months or 2 months. This weekend it'll be a full 2 months since I've used any gel products. In the meantime, I've been using this Nail Aid Biotin Ultimate Strength to try to rehab my nails. Last week I put up a day in the life of my nails if you want to see some of the other things I do to keep them strong, healthy, and promote their growth. But today I'm going to just be doing a regular manicure. So before I do each manicure, I pretty much remove my polish and then cut down my nails as much as possible. I've just been trying to get rid of that dead, weak nail. You can really see where the new growth is coming in and how strong they are, so I've been just removing that weak part as the weeks go on. But I do miss my length, so if they don't look too terrible today, I might keep them at this length, but we'll see. I feel like I went off on a crazy tangent, but again, today I'm going to be using this as the base coat. You'll see in my Sally beauty haul that I picked up a bottle of Seche V. I haven't used this since college. It really is an amazing top coat. It dries nearly instantly. It's really thick, glossy, shiny. The only thing is the bottle dries out really, really quickly, so I've never gotten more than halfway through a bottle of Seche V, but I figured I'd give it another try. And then today I'm going to be doing like a gradient manicure, so every finger is going to be a different shade within the same palette. So I'm going to go with none other than my favorite, like mauve. If you're curious about anything that I use, I'm going to link everything below. I'm really not going to talk about what I'm doing as I'm doing it, so if you do have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you. So I'm just going to pop the camera down a little bit so you can see more of my nails, and we're going to get started. This is pretty good. You can see like half of me and pretty much all my nails. You don't need to get up super close. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving. It's definitely one of my favorite holidays. It's just a really low pressure holiday. Of course, it's all about the food. I love to bake. I just made a quick dessert. I'm actually not spending Thanksgiving with my family tomorrow, which kind of stinks because I do love seeing them, but I'm gonna be with Dan's family. The reason I thought I'd split up the holiday is because on Saturday, my whole family is going to take a trip to honor my grandpa. So my grandpa's 100th birthday would have been this week on the 26th. This year he would have been 100. He passed away in 2007. So all my aunts, all my uncles, all my cousins, we are taking a bus trip up to the casino, and we're just going to spend the day together and shop and gamble and eat and just have fun. He loved the casino, so it's just a cool way to honor him. So yeah, we have like a party bus. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a really crazy holiday weekend. So tomorrow is obviously Thanksgiving. Friday my family was going to do like a mini, like my immediate family. We were all going to get together to decorate the tree and have dinner, but one of Dan's friends is having a birthday party. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do both. We might push my family's tree till Sunday. Saturday is Grandpa's thing. When we get back, Dan has his high school reunion, and I think I'm going to spend the rest of the weekend with my parents because he's going to the Giants game on Sunday. So it's definitely a little bit of a busy holiday weekend. I had a couple of sponsored videos that I needed to finish and submit before Friday, so I did that today. Hopefully there's no crazy changes and they're good to go. I did all of that this morning, and then this afternoon we went to, where did we go? Oh, I went to Kohl's to do an Amazon return. I don't know if you know or not, but Kohl's accepts Amazon returns, so if you order anything on Amazon and you want to send it back, you can just initiate the return online, bring the item to Kohl's, and they will package it and ship it for you. It is so convenient. I utilize it like way too often, but it's a really nice option. Then we went to Walmart. I had to grab a couple of things to bake because I baked tonight. Nothing too crazy. I made a saltine bark. I don't know if you've ever had that, but my sister makes it every year and she makes it so good. It's one of my favorite desserts. I'm always looking forward to it. I won't be with my family this year, so at least I'll have the bark. It's really good. It's like saltine crackers, and then you melt butter and brown sugar, put it on top, and then you bake it, and then you add some chocolate chips, let them melt, spread them out, and then top with like walnuts, pecans, toffee bits, like whatever you want, any nut, candy, pretzel. I did walnuts, toffee bits, and a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. So that's currently chilling, and then I'm gonna break up the bark later. Before I proceed, I wanna show you my nails. And as I'm looking at them now, they've taken a pretty rough turn. 2 weeks ago when I did my nails, I did film what they look like before I trim them and then what they look like after I trim them. So I'm gonna insert that footage right now and do a quick voiceover so you can see. So here are my nails about 2 weeks ago. You can see how much growth has come in. It's really getting pretty close to the end. They're definitely a little over 50%, but as you can see, the tips, the white tips, they're really thin and they look like they're almost peeling. So I ended up cutting these nails really short. This is what they looked like after I cut them. I got rid of a lot of that weak portion, but you can see there's still a little bit left. But if you look closely, you can see the grooves in the nail, like the ridges growing back in, and that is the stronger regrowth. And we are just getting super close to the end, and I cannot wait until these babies are 100% grown out. Okay, so here is the new growth. They definitely grew a good amount, but they are splitting like crazy. I don't know if it's because that manicure chipped so badly, and I probably should have done it, you know, a week ago or a few days ago, like on Sunday when I wanted, but I just pushed it till Thanksgiving. So they just kept like splitting. Like this thumb looks really bad. This middle finger looks really bad, and these two look pretty bad. They do look about 80% grown out. They're really getting there. So once we just get past this hump, I think if they're splitting because this is so weak. Honestly, I'm gonna do a little buffing and a little filing to just try to even them out, and then hopefully over the next couple weeks they'll look better. But that's just an update on the nails so you guys can see. So anyway, let me know below if you have like a go-to dessert that you make for Thanksgiving. In my family growing up, I have a lot of cousins, so the cousins were always in charge of dessert. We would always have like a dessert off. We'd all make like the craziest, yummiest things, and I will never forget one year my cousin Paul, he's a year older than me, he made the Mayflower out of Rice Krispie treats, but I think he used Fruity Pebbles, and it was crazy. It was like literally a full size, like this huge boat. It had sails. It was so funny, but he, I'm pretty sure, won that year. But it's fun. Honestly, all of the girls and boys in my family like to bake, which is nice. It's something that we all have in common. Wow, these nails look so bad. I'm really looking forward to Christmas baking. I just love, I don't know, there's something really like nostalgic and comforting about baking during the holidays, and I think that's totally okay to embrace. What I didn't do yet is start any of my Christmas shopping. I do kind of have a list of things I want to get everybody. In my perfect world, I finish all of my Christmas shopping Thanksgiving weekend. Like I have everything purchased or ordered by Cyber Monday. This year, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I might get a jump start on it this weekend. We are going to the casino this weekend, and I could hit up the outlets. I really don't want to stress myself out. I don't want to go too crazy, but I am really excited about the gifts that I do have in my mind. I don't have an outfit just yet for Thanksgiving, but I thought I would come on and ask you guys, do you like to wear something really cute, or are you all about the comfort? I always try to go like cute and comfortable. I try to find that happy medium. If you follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, you should, @_AmandaBella is my handle. I posted a couple of dresses recently from Shop Sassy Boutique, literally like my new favorite boutique. Both of them are really beautiful, like fall Thanksgiving inspired dresses. So I'm debating wearing one of those. It's currently 6:30, so obviously Thanksgiving is tomorrow. I'm hoping I can finish this video, edit, and upload it for tomorrow. If you check out my Instagram, hopefully I'll post a picture of what I decide to wear. Ugh, these nails, man. Holy moly. I don't know what kind of shape I want to do. I'm just kind of like squibbling them. They're honestly like too short to give any kind of a real shape right now, which is a little frustrating. I almost want to like cut them. Not to be a brat, but I'm so hot. I don't want to take this off, but this light, I had to turn my ring light on so I had enough light to film this, but it's so hot. It gets so hot so quickly. Did any of you guys go out to the bar tonight? Thanksgiving Eve is like the biggest bar night of the year. I don't usually partake, not since college. I'm so much older now. Like the bar scene is more like first year college students. I usually bake on Thanksgiving Eve. It's like a fun thing to do. I think after this, maybe I'll watch a Christmas movie. I'm so ready to jump into Christmas. We don't have a tree yet, but I'm just ready. I'm like ready for the holidays. We went to the movies last night night, oh my god, that's what I can talk about. Last night we went to see It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which is the Mr. Rogers movie. And if you haven't seen it yet, I highly suggest you go. It was so moving. To be honest, I didn't know what to expect going into it. I really didn't give it much thought. Just assumed it'd be about Mr. Rogers' life or something, and it kind of was. But I think it was based on a true story. That's what I grasped from it, and oh my gosh, it was just so moving. I was in tears the whole movie and trying so hard not to like violently sob. You know when you're like choking back tears and you're scared it's just gonna be like that's what I thought I was gonna do, but it was emotional and it really had such a great message, and it should be required viewing for every human being. It's just crazy. It's just crazy how life is so short and so precious. Things that you think are important aren't. Things that you are choosing to be mad about or like harboring anger about. It's just in the long run not worth it. It's not worth it for your sanity, for your heart, for your mind, for your well-being. It's just not good. I just recommend that you see it. I don't know if I mentioned it in any of my recent videos, but I used to be a huge Bravo housewife fan. I think I stopped watching in 2012 or so, but I started watching OC first season when I was in high school. My mom and I like loved it, and then we kind of got into all the other series from there. But yeah, I've since completely abandoned Bravo. It's just too much for me, and it's just become all about the drama where it used to be really interesting. You got a glimpse into these people's like real lives. Now it's just all about the plot line, so I don't enjoy it that much anymore. But anyway, when Jersey came back, me, like the rest of America, was kind of invested in the whole Giudice scandal, and I was like, let me give it a try. So I watched the first episode of Jersey. Let me tell you, it was like painful for me trying to get through the whole thing. I couldn't believe these grown women were acting the way that they were acting. It was just so ridiculous. I'm officially like bravoed out. I cannot do it anymore. But I will say, I've been following Joe Giudice on Instagram and Gia, Melania, Teresa, like all the girls, just watching their stories from their trip to Italy and what Joe is doing now that he lives in Italy. And it's so interesting. I really don't think Teresa and Joe are getting back together. I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. It's so hard with him in Italy, and I don't know, I mean, his whole situation is just so insane. Kind of paid his price at this point, but I don't think there's much he can do about it. I don't know if he's going to be coming back to America anytime soon, and it is sad. I really just feel bad for the girls. If you watched the special with Andy Cohen and the Giudices, Andy kind of like brought Caroline Manzo into the mix. Teresa made a comment like, did she know about this? Did she go to the feds on us? And Caroline Manzo got really offended and responded on Albie's podcast. I didn't know Albie had a podcast. Or Albie, he's just like always got some kind of venture. I feel like the poor guy can't figure out what sticks. Like, what did he do? He had the Blackwater, and then they opened that restaurant in Hoboken. Oh wait, then they opened something in Giant Stadium, I think, like another restaurant, and now I guess he has this podcast. Anyway, Caroline went on there to kind of like tell her side of the story, which was really interesting, and she just mentioned how much Teresa has changed and how she really does feel bad, and she's just not the woman she knew, and the fun, like, lighthearted girl she used to laugh with. And I honestly felt her on that, because Teresa isn't. She's just this like glamazon. Her life has just become one big media storm. She's just this like celebrity in her own world, and I don't know, I honestly just feel kind of bad for the family, and it's just crazy how things can change so much. They're like nothing like they were when they first came on the show, and it's a crazy world we live in. But anyway, long story short, that was like my one and done with the Housewives, and I don't think I'll be revisiting it. Do you watch any of the Housewives? If you do, let me know which ones. Speaking of shows, I need a new show for winter. You guys know that last year, like this whole Manny series started with me just like chit-chatting as I painted my nails, and I started it in January when I started watching Game of Thrones for the first time. So we finished the entire Game of Thrones series before the final season this spring. Obviously now it's all over, so that show alone got us through the winter. I credit my sanity to that show. So I need something just as engaging this year, and I don't know what. Oh, I forgot I had wine. Here's a sneak peek so far. We're doing like a true gradient. I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not, but it's different. We watched Succession on HBO. Really, really good, but there's only 2 seasons. We already finished it. I think they're filming season 3 now, or they're about to, so hopefully that comes out in the spring. It doesn't really help me out for the winter. I think my parents just started watching The Sopranos from the beginning, which is cool. I would do that. I've never seen The Sopranos, and I think I'd probably like it. This is a very Turkey Day manicure. It's interesting. We're just gonna go with it because we already started. I haven't done like Breaking Bad, I haven't done Lost, I haven't done Riverdale, I haven't done Vampire Diaries. Those are all suggested to me on the regular, and I've tried most of them and I just can't get into it. This polish, quick little side note, in that Salad Beauty haul that's going to be going up soon, I talk about how Nina Ultra Pro polishes are like my all-time favorite. I'm using 2 of them in today's manicure. I actually picked them both up in that haul, but this one, I think it's called Call the Coppers. Yeah, Call the Coppers. I have had this since like 2011 maybe, and the polish, I just added a couple drops of acetone to it because it's starting to get a little thick on me, but I have used this every fall at least 2 to 3 times for manicures, and it's still holding up pretty well. It's one of the only polishes that has that great of longevity, so highly recommend Nina Ultra Pro if you've never tried. This polish I actually just grabbed today at TJ Maxx. Yeah, Machu Picchu. It's a really pretty nude with a little pink undertone. And then I also got Tiramisu for 2. I've always wanted Tiramisu for 2, and both of these polishes were sitting there for $3.99, so I snagged them both. I couldn't say no. I mean, now that I'm doing all these regular manicures and I haven't been tapping into gel, I just need more options. I find myself like getting bored with my collection, and I have a pretty like vast collection. I have more than that too, but I'm just like finding myself wanting more options. Oh, someone commented on a recent video that they'd like to see a nail polish collection video or like a storage tour or something like that. If you would be interested in that, give this video a thumbs up and I can totally film that. That's a really good idea. I've talked about my nail polish storage before in my like Amazon office video, but I can do one exclusively about it because there's a little more than I shared there. So last weekend we did a turkey trot. I've never done a turkey trot, and I've never really done a 5K. I used to run cross country in high school. My freshman year I ran. I was so bad at it. I am definitely not a distance runner, but I haven't done that much running really since then. I was a little nervous going into this 5K. My boyfriend, he ran track in college. He's just like super athletic, so it wasn't much of a challenge for him. He was training for it just because he had a certain time in his mind that he wanted to beat, and I just wanted to finish the darn thing in under an hour. I signed up as a walker because A, it was cheaper, and B, I kind of had a feeling I wouldn't be running the whole thing, but I ran so much more than I thought. I was really proud of myself. Honestly, I'm just gonna leave one coat of Call the Coppers because it's a really thick polish. I'm gonna chat for a minute before I put the top coat on. So yeah, I ran the whole thing in 38 minutes. Now I didn't run the whole thing. I finished the whole thing in 38 minutes. When like the gun sounded, all the runners started, and then the walkers were at the end, and I was just like, all right, let's go. So I started lightly jogging, just a very, very low jog. To me, that is running. Jogging is running for me. If I'm not walking, I'm running. So I started going really slow, and the next thing I knew, I had been running for 13 minutes. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. And I ended up stopping because I believe we were starting to go up like a pretty steep incline, and I was like, I need a break. After 13 minutes, I basically like jogged and then walked the rest of the way. So any flat or downhill areas, I jogged. Anything uphill, I just kind of like walked. Somehow I finished the whole thing in 38 minutes. I was so proud of myself. And now I kind of want to do more 5Ks because it was almost like more motivating to run with people, if that makes any sense. Just seeing everybody move, going as a group, it was a little less intimidating than doing it by yourself. There was more to look at, more going on. I had my music on. I had a really good playlist. I forget what it was. It's on my Spotify, but I'll find it because if you need a good like workout or pump up playlist, this one was like killing it. I am so pale. Holy moly, I can't take it. I tanned my face a couple times this week. I should probably do it tonight. I think I'm ready for top coat. My mom, this is funny, she just texted me. So we always usually bake together. We're obviously not together. She usually bakes 2 pecan pies. My uncle always requests that she brings these pecan pies, and they're actually really good. She makes an amazing pecan pie. But my mom is not a baker. Like, she does not bake well. So every year she makes the same pecan pie recipe, but every single year she messes it up somehow. Every single year. This year, latest baking screw up. I accidentally turned off the timer. I have no idea how long the pecan pie has been in the oven. Poor Ange. My mom is good at a lot of things, but baking is not her specialty. So we just kind of rag on her about it because she's just exceptionally bad. That's so funny. But yeah, every year, literally every year, something happens and she messes it up. But somehow the pies always come out really good. Like, we always eat them. And I never liked pecan pie until my mom started making them. And I was like, wow, this is actually really good. It's funny because growing up, I mean, we did do traditional Thanksgiving, but we didn't do the really like yummy, unhealthy version. The mac and cheese and and the green bean casserole and the creamed corn and everything. Like, we never did that. We always had turkey, mashed potatoes, sometimes sweet potatoes or roasted potatoes, like green beans, maybe regular corn. I don't know, like nothing crazy. We always had like a million desserts. In recent years, my cousin got married and his wife, her favorite thing at Thanksgiving was green bean casserole, and we don't usually make it. So I think she started making it, and I was so happy because green bean casserole is literally, I think, one of my favorite foods on this planet. And then my cousin a couple years ago started requesting mac and cheese, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are reading my mind. Thanksgiving's always delicious. All the women in my family are really amazing cooks and bakers, except my mom. She's not a good baker. My mom doesn't like doing Thanksgiving anyway. That's definitely not my family's holiday. She's more likely to host Christmas or Easter, and I don't blame her. Thanksgiving is kind of intimidating. The day I have to cook a turkey is going to be interesting. Everything needs to be just timed properly and served together, and keeping everything warm. It's just a little overwhelming. So I give so much credit to whoever volunteers to host Thanksgiving. It's really definitely a labor of love. Oops, flooded the nail bed. My aunt who lives in New Jersey, she is just like the epitome of a homemaker, and she loves to host Thanksgiving. It's like one of her favorite holidays. She does the whole deal, has everything. She literally makes everything. Sets it all up on the sternos, and we always start with Italian wedding soup. That's like her Thanksgiving thing. It's actually my brother's favorite soup, one of our little traditions. We are a bunch of Italians, and Thanksgiving's not necessarily a wedding, but guys, I really did miss this Seche Vite top coat. Ugh. Already bummed about the day that it starts to go gloopy on me. If you have any good polish thinners, let me know, because I'm gonna pick one up just to have on hand. I currently don't own any. I used to, but it's been a while. It's crazy though, because it literally makes your nails look like gel. Do they not look like gel right now? This is kind of throwing me off, the thumbs, but I didn't know what else to do. I did pull a couple of other glitters, gold glitters. I just didn't think gold would go. I wanted to stick with this theme. It actually does look pretty good. Someone commented on my last post-gel update that I shouldn't be using acetone to remove my nail polish, and honestly, I know that. Like, I know that, but I hadn't really thought about it. So I've been using acetone all this time. I just recently stopped because it made so much sense. I have other polish removers, I just don't know why I didn't use them. So I'm just using acetone now to clean up, no longer using it to remove old polish. Little stuff like that I didn't really think of on my own, which is super silly because that's kind of a no-brainer. So you guys help me out too. You don't realize it. I've truly been enjoying documenting this journey. I feel like it's holding me accountable, and it's motivating me to stick to it when I have like moments of weakness and just want a freaking gel manicure that won't chip after a week. Oh, but I am curious to see how long this Seche Vite is gonna last, because I feel like I'll get a little bit longer than normal. They look pretty good. Wow, it's really hard to clean up with your left hand. We went to TJ Maxx today. That store is like so dangerous for me, but we had these like leather looking leggings. I used to have a pair that looked just like them, but I don't know what happened. I think I got rid of them. They like stretched out. I'd had them for so long. I tried them on today and they were so cute, so I got that with my 2 new polishes. And then, you know, I love my Sherpas. I'm always wearing my Sherpa on Instagram and in some of my videos. I recently posted a blog just talking about how much I loved my Sherpa and like where you could find some for a steal. I showed this one pullover from Walmart. Last time I was there, I tried it on. I loved it, but they only had, I think, an extra small, and it was just way too tiny for me. When I popped in there today, I saw that they had restocked all sizes, so I grabbed one in a medium. It is the cutest, most comfy thing. If I remember to insert a picture right here, I will. You guys need it. It's honestly, oh, it's so comfortable. I think it also came in gray. It came in all black. I liked that one too. It came in neon green. I wanted that one originally, like a neon green, neon yellow, and a red. I think a red was the last one, but just a really comfy piece to have for this time of year. I'm all about the comfy. Now that we're like in the throes of the winter, it's just freezing and sad and you gotta stay warm. Okay, my nails are done. They're not totally cleaned up. I'm gonna clean them up when they dry a little more. I actually really love this mani. It's super different. It's really different for me. It's actually like the perfect Thanksgiving Day manicure. You go, Amanda, for stepping outside your comfort zone. Need a little lotion. I have it back there. My hands are just super dry. Honestly, the nails are like 100% dry right now, and they just feel so thick and glossy, and they look amazing. This stuff is really like the real deal. Obviously, it works incredibly, but I'm really curious to see how long before the bottle is like completely worthless. Anyway, yay! I am super happy with my nails, and I didn't end up having to file them down much at all. So I didn't really cut them for this manicure. For the next one, I may. do another trim, but they're really almost 100% grown out, and I am so proud of myself for sticking to this. And you know what I was thinking? When I return to gel, I might just not rough up my nails when I'm applying it. Honestly, that is like the #1 thing for applying gel, is you really have to file down the nail, especially around the cuticles, to get that base coat to like adhere and for the gel to last. But I've realized that is what completely damages my nail. Not the removal, not the gel itself, but that prep. I'm thinking that I may revisit gel, just apply it with no prep, and of course it's not going to last as long, but it will last long enough without chipping. It'll probably just grow out and start to lift after a week or so, but then I can just, you know, gently remove it, take care of the nail, and then maybe get my nails to grow a little more. So that's kind of where my head is at. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna continue to enjoy these regular manicures. It has been fun, and I have been getting a little more creative. This is probably the most creative I have been in years. So I think that's it, guys. It's like 7:06. I'm gonna turn the camera off, upload this footage, start to edit this video, and hopefully get it live for you by morning. I just want to say I hope you all have the happiest Thanksgiving. I hope you're able to enjoy the day with friends or family, and I hope none of you have to work the crazy like Thanksgiving night, Black Friday madness. I don't stand with that. I cannot get behind the Black Friday thing. It doesn't make any sense to me. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked the like super casual have a glass of wine vibe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. And that's really it. I will see you in the next one. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.